Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I made a video previously about my social anxiety and severe blushing problems, and today I kind of wanted to just talk a little bit more in depth about them and give you like more details about it and also an update on it. So if you're interested in watching, stay tuned. Made a video previously, probably about a month ago, I think, maybe 2 months, I'm not sure, but I pretty much was just coming out and saying I have social anxiety and a severe blushing problem, and that's just pretty much what the whole video was about. Well, I have updates and more information, so I was going to share that with you guys. So I pretty much want to make these videos about these problems because I feel like some people are really alone throughout it, and I was really alone throughout it at one point. I have an amazing support system now. My boyfriend is super amazing with just helping me come out of my shell and helping me be more secure, but he just doesn't understand the real issues like inside. Like, he doesn't understand how it feels because he's like a social butterfly. He was awarded that in school at one point, but he's really, really social, and I'm just over here like really, really shy. And so it's like clashing, but when we're together, I'm not really shy like that. We're just like two peas in a pod, I want to say, but he's just really amazing. He's amazing at supporting me, but he just doesn't really get, like, if someone else has a severe blushing problem, you would get more out of this video than my boyfriend would, because he doesn't really understand what's happening inside, pretty much. Like, I've said that like 10 times now, but okay. So I have a horrible, since I was like 5 years old, I've had like extreme shy behavior. Like, during my mom's wedding, I walked down the aisle as a flower girl, biting my nails the entire time. That's one of my nervous tics, is biting my fingernails. And I still do that, and I'm 21, and I've been doing it since I was 5 or even younger. I don't even remember. But it's just, I've been really, really shy, and with that, something happened down the road where I decided that I was embarrassed by somebody saying something to me, and it made me turn red. Well, eventually I noticed that I started getting splotches on my chest and splotches on my body. Like, pretty much they look like hives, like just breaking out on your chest and your stomach. And they don't itch or anything, but they're just really noticeable and embarrassing. And my face gets as red as you can imagine. Like, the worst person you've ever seen blushing, it's probably worse than that in my face. I think it has a lot to do with how pale I am, actually, as to why it gets so red. But I mean, it's really difficult to want to talk to people and joke around and do presentations and stuff. Even though I really, really want to, it's really hard because I don't want people judging me based on how red I'm turning or what's wrong with her chest or anything like that. I've had multiple times where people ask me, oh my gosh, what happened to your chest? What happened to your chest? And I'm like, I do not like it when people point it out. It just makes it 10 times worse. I hate that. That's the worst thing I hate about the entire thing that happens with me, is I don't like it when people point it out. So recently, after I made that video, like probably a couple days later, I decided I've had enough of it. I've had 15 or more years of turning red and having people point it out, that I just want to not have it anymore. So I went to the doctor, and I went fully prepared. I had researched different medications that I could take, because at one point I even tried Googling like the whole hypnotism thing, trying to hypnotize myself into not turning red anymore, which did not work. But I went to the doctor and I said I do not want to be put on anxiety medication, just because I have family members that are on anxiety medication and I do not want the side effects that it comes with. So I wanted something just more natural, and not so much natural, but that I wouldn't get hooked on and addicted to. So I decided to talk to my doctor about propranolol, and that's basically a beta blocker which decreases your blood pressure and heart rate. And I talked to her about it, and she put me on the lowest dose possible. She said that it could help with the physical symptoms. It's not going to help, it wouldn't help me mentally, basically. So you would still feel the nervousness, you would still probably feel like you were turning red and stuff, but you just wouldn't have it physically. So I was like, yeah, I want to try it. So I got it prescribed to me, the 40 milligrams, which is what she said the lowest dose was that she could prescribe me. And it's just a little pill, and you just take it an hour before. So I decided to test it out on a presentation I had at school. So I took it, and I did my presentation, and my group knows that I turn red. And so after I did my part, I could still feel like the butterflies. I was much more relaxed because I usually start getting nervous when I start feeling my heart racing like 100 miles an hour. But I went up there, did it. I could kind of feel like the burning sensation that you have whenever I turn red and splotchy. Like, I could just feel like I'm on fire. I literally feel like I am in the shower and it's just the hottest it could be on me. That's how I feel every time I start blushing. And when I went up there to present, I didn't really feel that. I just felt kind of a little warm. And when I stepped back to my group, my friend's like, oh, you're not red. And I'm like, I was so happy. I was literally like squealing on the inside. But I went back to sit down, and I took my camera out, and I just looked at my chest, because if I don't turn red in the face, usually I at least have some splotches. I did not have any splotches. I was so happy. So the moral of this is that the medication, you should talk to your doctor if you've decided like that you don't. I know that it's a natural thing, blushing is a natural thing, but it's just if you have what I have and it's severe and it like emotionally affects you all the time, like you feel like you can't even talk to people without turning red, because that's how I am, you should definitely talk to your doctor about just the more natural kind of medications and not so much the anxiety medications, I think. But I still definitely feel like I should probably see a counselor, because the mental part of it is still there. Like, I feel like if I went to a counselor, maybe I could eventually not even have to take medication for the blushing and the splotching. But I mean, I'm still that person that is going to be embarrassed to go and talk in front of a counselor. I mean, I think anybody kind of would feel uncomfortable with it. And I don't know, like, I feel like the main issue with me is the blushing problem. Like, I feel like I could go up there and do a presentation or anything like that if I just didn't have the blushing and the splotching. Like, I feel like I could do so much more. And so that's really what's been helping me with the medication. I feel like it's kind of helping me with my mental state as well. Like I don't feel so shy to say stuff anymore, because I know that they're not gonna, like, I'm not gonna be blushing while saying it, and they're not gonna be like secretly judging me, like, why is she turning red, you know, stuff like that. So I definitely think that you should talk to a doctor about being prescribed something to help you if you want that. But I definitely also feel like these, like, just YouTube videos in general, like, if you see someone else talking about the same problems that you have, I think that that's a really good therapy and a therapeutic way to just communicate with people that know what you're going through and know what you're dealing with. And that's something that really helps me, is just watching other people's YouTube videos of them talking about it, and it just makes me feel so much more relaxed that I actually know somebody, not know them, but I actually can say that there's somebody else out there that has the same things as me, and I'm not alone in it. And so I had a comment recently on my first video, and it made me smile so big, just because it said that she basically watched my video and was so happy to find that video. And that's really what I wanted to do, was connect with people that have the same things as me and the same problems, and we can go through it together and just talk about it. And so yeah, comment down below and subscribe to my channel, and let's talk and get to know each other if you have the same if you have social anxiety and you just want to comment down below and say something about it or talk about it, like, feel free to. Like, I am here to talk to you and we can get through it together. So thank you for watching.